Assalamualaikum guys, hope you're all well, and thank you so much for joining me today. So first of all, thank you so much for sending your messages about assumptions about me, because without the messages, this video wouldn't happen. So yeah, thank you so much. And just to clarify though, if you have sent me a question rather than an assumption, I won't be answering them, but I will try my best to answer them on my social media platforms. So let's go straight onto it. So I have my cup of coffee ready because I might just need that. Anyhow, the first assumption is you don't support the LGBT community because of your religion. Now, I don't follow the LGBT community because of my religion, that's correct, but that doesn't mean that we don't treat everybody equally, because our religion also teaches to treat everyone equally. So I do have ex-colleagues that were in the LGBT community. I have people that I've worked with in the community. So yeah, we treat everybody equal regardless of what they believe. You went to a girls' school. That's incorrect. I didn't go to a girls' school. I went to a mixed school throughout the whole of my school life, actually. Primary, we had a middle school that time, and then the high school. Yeah, it was all mixed. So yes, you were not the favourite child growing up. I wish this was true, but unfortunately it's not. I am, and I was the favourite child. Sadly for my sisters though, because yeah, it's like my say goes, because maybe because also I am the elder sister as well. But yeah, so that assumption is incorrect. Is you never lose your temper with your children. That's actually incorrect, because I always have the mum voice at home, and I have to like literally shout at them to stop them from fighting and arguing. I try not to lose my temper, but oh god, my voice just tends to go higher and higher and higher. So yeah. Is your husband controls you? This assumption is incorrect. Honestly, like yeah, he definitely doesn't, and sometimes I feel like it's the other way around. Yeah. We're just a housewife that were made to cook. Just no, sorry. Let me just read that again. I need glasses normally, so if I do some weird things with my eyes, just excuse me. I'm trying to see what I've wrote. So that you were just a housewife made to cook. This is totally incorrect assumption, as I have come to learn that you are an independent that cooks for enjoyment. Thank you so much, and that just shows that you have been with me throughout my whole kind of journey, and I'm so happy that you have come to understand that yeah, it's definitely through enjoyment and not the fact that I am just a housewife. So yeah, thank you so much for acknowledging that. That's a correct assumption. Okay, you only wear Asian clothes. It's funny you say that, because since this lockdown I've only wore Asian clothes, and yeah, I do love Asian wear. This is a kurta, and yeah, so normally before lockdown and things, I was literally living in my abayas and dresses. That's what I usually wear if I go out. But yeah, inside I thought, seeing as I'm not going anywhere, let's wear all the Asian wear that I have, because I don't really have a chance to wear that. So yeah, you are correct. You don't have not any non-Muslim friends. That's incorrect, because I have a lot of ex-colleagues that are now friends, and I'm sure I've made a lot of non-Muslim friends on Snapchat. So yeah. You like a routine? I love a routine. This assumption cannot be any more correct. It's amazing. Yeah, so routine is life for me. Since my kids were born, in fact, since I was born, I think I just literally love routine. It's how I'm managing at the moment as well, because without routine, I wouldn't be able to do YouTube videos or anything really. So yeah, I do love a good routine. And I'm sorry guys if you already heard this on my other social media accounts, but the assumption came up, so I do need to answer it. Is you're married to your cousin, but you lie and say it's love. I have no reason to lie. That's the first thing, but that assumption is totally incorrect. I'm not, the thing I want to also mention on here is whether it's arranged marriage or love marriage, it all depends on what happens after. So once you live with the person, how you compromise, how you support one another, that's what the key is in terms of marriages. So regardless of however person marries, so I just want to put that out there. I have a lot of relatives that are married obviously as arranged, and those that are not as well. So it all just depends on, obviously, like I say, how you maintain that. But to answer that assumption, it is totally incorrect. Okay, so was a social worker. Yes, that's a correct assumption. Boy, I miss it. I really would love to go back. Inshallah, maybe one day. You didn't expect to meet your husband at the time you did, but you are grateful that you did. Yes, definitely. That is such a lovely assumption. That is so true. Like, it's so weird when I suppose when it's meant to be, it's meant to be, like we say. So yeah, alhamdulillah for everything. So the next assumption is you were a sensitive person, but you are beginning to be able to confront people that dislike you. I feel like I am still a bit sensitive. It depends on my mood, really. If I am feeling good on that day, I'm able to confront anything and kind of like put it back on my head, or just like they say, have thick skin. But if I'm having a bad day in general, personal life, then little things, little comments or anything like that would trigger me off a little. So it just all depends on the mood. So that's partly correct, but yeah, it all just depends on the mood, really, and because we have so many things going on in our personal life. So yeah, that's a bit of a factor as well. So a typical Asian mom that is strict with the kids. For example, if they have a paper cut, I didn't quite understand that. But actually, if you have to give that example, I'm not strict in that way, because when they fall, I try to ignore it a little, depending on obviously the fall, or depending on how badly they hurt, because I believe that I don't want to like make them feel like every little thing is painful, or everything has to be a bit dramatic. So yeah, I try to ignore little things in life. But in terms of strict, in terms of routine and that kind of thing, then yeah, I am strict in that way. But the example that you gave, no, that assumption is incorrect. Never gone a day without watching EastEnders. Yes, you are right, and you are a follower and a very big supporter. I love EastEnders, and the recent episode is so sad about Keegan. So yeah. Anyhow. You're the eldest daughter. Yes, that's a correct assumption. I am the eldest daughter. You support your husband's family in Pakistan by sending them money. So I don't work, but my husband, yes, he does support them by sending money and doing his bit. The next assumption is you're not afraid to speak your mind. Yes, that's definitely correct. I'm not afraid to speak my mind. If there's anything that I need to say, I have to say it there and then. Sometimes that's a bit tricky and gets me in a bit of trouble, but I just have to say it. It's just how it is. So I care too much about what others think about me, and perhaps I'm a little sensitive and easily offended. Like I mentioned earlier, it all depends on the mood, but I am learning. It's a learning process, all this social media stuff. But I hopefully in time I'll become a stronger lady and inshallah conquer the world. You seem very content. Alhamdulillah, I am content. I'm so grateful for life and just whatever is thrown at us, whether it's good or bad, it's always a learning curve. So alhamdulillah, I am really, really content. Thank you for that assumption. The next assumption is I have a degree, and mashallah, you are so well spoken. That's so lovely to hear. Thank you so much. Yes, I have a degree in social work. So yeah. So there are a few assumptions that I got from Instagram. So the first one is you're down to earth mom and wife, mashallah. Thank you so much for that assumption. The next one is you're very patient. It depends on what the situation is, but yeah, I try to be patient. You're the most beautiful, selfless person ever. Thank you so much for that assumption. Only you can say whether I am or not. From Mirpur in Pakistan. That's correct. You were born in Pakistan. That's incorrect. You can cook anything. That is incorrect. I wish it was correct, but I could not cook anything. And you didn't enjoy cooking before marriage. That's also incorrect. I've always enjoyed cooking. It's just that didn't at that time have much time to really cook different things due to university or working. So yeah, after marriage, I've been more experimental and helped with my in-laws, my husband. I've learned a lot more dishes. So yeah, thank you so much guys for those assumptions, and I will be back on my cooking. So do keep tuned and do subscribe to my channel, and until next time, Allah Hafiz.